Hello, everyone. Welcome to Software Sales Simplified, Move to Success, your weekly podcast for software sales professionals who want to sell better. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, make Software Sales Simplified your go-to home for insights, developments, and news from the world of enterprise software sales. I'm your host, Matt Long, and I'm joined by my good friend and co-host, Kevin Donville.
Hello, folks. Hope everyone's doing great out there.
Thanks. And together, we have over 50 years of software selling experience, and we're happy to share some of that with you today. Before we get started, though, remember to subscribe, like, comment, anything else to stay abreast of what we're posting, as well as tell us what you'd like to hear in the future. So today we're doing something a little bit different. We're not going to have a guest on, but we're going to announce a new product that we're putting out there in terms of these YouTube shorts. Actually, they're not really shorts. I should say they're short form videos about various aspects of enterprise sales. So we're really excited to launch our first one. And this is going to be a whole series of videos that are going to talk about everything from different aspects of the sales cycle, different roles, different types of activities that you engage with, and to kind of explain them from a very basic level to very advanced as well. So why don't you tell a little bit more about that, Kevin?
Yeah, so the reason why we came up with this idea, we're calling it the Educational Series, at least that's its working title for the time being. A number of folks had reached out to us and had shared that they were looking for things that were a little bit more focused on specific topics, germane to the selling, the different selling roles that folks that have been tuning into the channel. They wanted to be more foundational in the information around best practices, concepts, theories, roles that are involved in the selling cycle, and have us dive in a little bit more deeply rather than it being more of a free form type of thing like we do on our regular podcast. And the reason was these are folks that want to be able to learn. Some of them are new to the industry. Others are looking to refresh or enhance their understanding of the industry tactics and best practices. And they really wanted to have something that was targeted specifically to that. So that's why we came up with this.
Yeah, I should point out that these videos, our intent is for them to be anywhere from 5 to 15 minutes max. So they're easily digestible chunks of hopefully valuable information for you.
They will be valuable information, Matt. Let's be honest. They're going to be like little 15 minutes of gold, right?
Absolutely. They'll definitely augment our discussions that we have on the podcast. But also in the back end, we are putting together and finalizing a whole certification course around our MOVE framework. And the first one, which is Discovery, is going to be out probably in a few weeks. So look for that as well. So we're really trying to create all these different methods and vehicles for you to kind of obtain an understanding, knowledge, and improve your skills in all these different areas. So we're really excited that this is going to be our first endeavor in terms of this YouTube video format. And we'd love to hear what you think. We'll post a link to it in this podcast as we release it. So maybe you can talk a little bit about what are some of the things that we'll be covering or what's in the one coming up now, and what are some of the things that will be coming in near term?
Well, we're starting out with one that both you and I could do in our sleep. And it's one that we've actually had a couple of requests for from people, which is what is a sales engineer, pre-sales engineer, solutions consultant that goes by many different titles. What is that role? And what are the skill sets that go into it? What are the roles and responsibilities? What's its value in the selling cycle? And that's what our first one is going to be on. Now, obviously, in our certification program, we're going to be getting a little bit deeper into topics that are specific and aligned with that. But that's where we're going to be starting, is with that one, which obviously is a topic near and dear to your heart and mine. But other ones we'll be looking at are going to be specific to some of the areas that you just hit upon, which is discovery. Like, that's when we're probably going to have a whole series on objection handling, presentation skills, how to do things online, how to run better proofs. I mean, there's going to be a whole series of topics that we're going to hit. But as I said just a moment ago, more focused, specific, and more bite-sized and germane to the topic.
Yeah, and then also there'll be presentations that you can download, you can take with you. I'm also really interested because we both, over our tenures and our careers, have built tools that we use to help manage our process, our work, our opportunities. I was always a big spreadsheet person in terms of tracking every opportunity I had. And I basically know down to the penny practically what I would be making in a quarter, right? And what I needed to bring in, where I was with my accelerators, all those types of things. So even things like that, like little spreadsheets that I use, which I think are great. They're probably overkill for a lot of people, but I like detail when I'm designing these things, but other things as well. I mean, one of the things that we were, I think, very good at that was really critical to our success was, running QBRs, quarterly business reviews with our customers. Even though we've already sold the deal, the fact that upsells and renewals are such a critical part of the SaaS business, running these QBRs is really an important part of maintaining a healthy customer relationship, reducing churn, as well as improving upsell opportunities. So those are just some examples of the many things that we're going to bring to bear. Some of them might be very short, just a couple of minutes, and some might be a little bit longer, but hopefully you'll enjoy them.
Yeah, I think all of them will be interesting from the perspective that you're going to get our, not just our perspective, but also the perspectives of other people who've already come onto the show. We'll be consolidating those together as well, bringing some of that newer, fresher information into the perspective of the different episodes we're going to be bringing in as well. And along the way, if as we're getting commentary and feedback from the audience as to different areas they want us to go and delve into, we're going to add that into the list of material that we're going to build so that it is relevant and meaningful to you guys that are coming in and watching our show.
So again, the first one we're going to release after Memorial Day, so just in a few days, and we'll link to it in this podcast, which will come out on Wednesday, as well as you'll probably find it on links on LinkedIn as well, etc. But come check it out. We're really excited about this new endeavor, and hopefully you will be too. So any last words here, Kevin, before we kind of wrap it up?
Only that please listen to these episodes, give us your feedback, be candid with us, let us know. You can either leave comments directly in the platform that you're listening to them on, or go to our website and fill out the form and give us feedback that way. Either way, we want these to be meaningful to you. We want them to speak directly to your needs and what you need in order to be a better seller. So let us know, are we hitting the mark? What else do we need to do? What things are we doing too much of? So that we can make sure that we're delivering what you need and in the format that's most meaningful to you.
So before we go, any big plans for Memorial Day, or what do you have on the
I am
slate here?
going to barbecue. I am
Are you
looking
doing a
forward to it.
barbecue?
Yes, we finally have got weather that is conducive to actually putting things on the grill. So I am looking forward to doing that and spending perhaps even a little bit of time down by the beach. So yeah, it's going to be a fun Memorial Day weekend for us. What about you guys?
Well, ditto for me for barbecuing and beach. And it's graduation season. My son just graduated from lower elementary school, which wasn't a thing when I was growing up, but is now, and we're very proud of him. So there's parties and celebrations and things as we're wrapping up the school year and headed into summer. So it's all Memorial Day is always a nice time to kind of reflect and kind of and change. Yeah, it's a changing of the season and kind of moving into summer. So I'm looking forward to all those things.
That'll be wonderful. Your boy is incredibly smart and incredibly kind, a very nice young man, and you should be extraordinarily proud of him for his achievement and just for being an overall great human being.
Well, I certainly appreciate that. All right, well, let's wrap it up. Keep this short and sweet. I just want to thank you again for tuning in, as always. Our weekly podcast is available across all your streaming networks. We encourage you to like, subscribe, follow, comment, any other way to let us know that you're appreciating the content and suggest things that you'd like to hear as well. But for that, if you have any future ideas, you can always leave them in the comment or contact us on LinkedIn as well. Is also a good place to do that.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So with that, we're going to wrap it up. I'd like to say thanks so much. Have a great Memorial Day weekend, and we'll talk to you soon.
Take care, everybody. Bye bye.